Hey guys, in this video I am going to teach you how you can check permissions like location permission, storage permission, notification permission, camera permissions, and we will also see how we can fetch locations on both application, user application and driver applications. So firstly I am going to open user application. So this is my user application, Ubola user app, and firstly I am going to add some dependencies. So I am going to open pub.dev website. Here we can search geolocator. Go inside installing option and then copy this geolocator and just paste here. Similarly, we will have to add one more dependency, that will be geolocation. So just search geolocation from here. Sorry, that will be the geocoding. So just search this geocoding and then go inside installing option and then copy this and just paste here. Okay, so you need to add these two dependencies here, and one more dependency I am going to add, get. This dependency is used for state management, so we will use this dependency now and just propagate here. You can see all dependencies imported successfully, and now I am going to open my custom notification.dart file, and then you can see here in the last you will get one function, request notification permission. So I am going to remove this function from here. Then you will see one more error you will get inside splash screen. So now I am going to remove this. And just remove this unnecessary imports. Open splash screen here, and now I am going to check permissions here, like location permission, storage permission and camera permission. So firstly we need to open and manifest file which is available inside Android folder app, and then in main src main, and then you will get this Android manifest file. So you will have to you will have to add some permissions here, like usage permissions, course location, find location, and camera permission. Okay, if you will get this error, then you can import from here. Okay, and we need to add two more permissions for storage. So read external storage and write external storage. Okay, so both permission will allow storage. Okay, and here we need to add one more thing, request legacy external storage, and that will be the true. Okay, so now I'm going to close this Android manifest file. You need to add these all permissions here. And here I'm going to create one function. Firstly, I'm going to create one controller. So just select this view model and create one file, splash view model. Okay, and here we will use class, and we will extend this with getX controller. And now inside this we will get onInit method, and now I am going to create one method which will check permissions like location permission, camera permission. So here we will use future void, and this will be the type of async. And then here, and we will call this function here inside onInit. Okay, and now I am going to use map here, and this will take two parameter, permission and permission status. Permission and permission status. And in the array we will write all the permission which we want to check. So here we will use await like permissions dot notification we want to check. Similarly, I am going to add more permissions like permissions dot camera and permission dot storage and location. And here we will use request. So you can see no errors now, and now I am going to check whether the status, whether all the permissions are granted or not. Okay, so here we will use if condition. Inside if condition we will check await permissions dot camera. Firstly I am going to check notification permission, and then here we will use request, then dot is granted. If it is granted, so similarly we will check for all the permissions. Okay, so just copy this and just paste here, camera, storage, location. If all permissions are granted, then we will navigate user to auth page, means next page, else we will check again this permission. No, if all the permissions granted, then we will fetch location, current location of device. So here we will create one more method, get current location. Okay, and now I am going inside. I am going to open config folder, and then here I am going to create one more dart file. And I am going to assign this file as all config. Okay, and here no, I am going to rename this file as util. Okay, utils, and then here just write one class, and the name will be utils, and inside this I am going to create one method. So static future void and my logs, and here we will pass one string and just print this. So with the help of this method we will print our logs. Okay, so now I am going to call this utils class utils dot my logs. Then we will pass some message here like permissions. All permissions are required. Okay, please allow all the permissions to proceed. Okay, and here this is the all title. So here I'm going to write this message. Just copy this, I have added that string here. I am going to access this allow permission string with the help of this all title class. Okay, so here all titles dot allow permissions. Okay, and now I'm going to create this get current location method. With the help of this method we will fetch current location. Okay, so here we will use future, and this will take position, and this will be the type of async. Okay, just import this. I think it is not imported correctly, so I'm going to import it again. Okay, now just close this, and here I'm going to, so you can see we will get geolocator option. Okay, so just import this, and now here here what we can do, we will have to take position here and then position, and then we will await here geolocator dot get current position. Okay, and inside this we need to pass desired accuracy, and then we need to define the level of accuracy. So location accuracy dot, so I am going to use high. You can set according to your need, and with the help of this position we will get latitude and longitude. Okay, we can also fetch location name, city, state and all, but now I am going to fetch only latitude and longitude of the current device. So here I am going to check if position dot latitude is not equal to 0 and position dot longitude is not equal to 0, then I am going to navigate to next page. Okay, but before I am going to print this also, this latitude and longitude here. So here just write utils.mylogs, and then I am going to pass latitude, and then latitude will be position dot latitude, longitude position dot longitude. Okay, okay, so we need to return this here. Okay, so just return await geolocator dot get current geolocator dot get current position. Okay, now you can see no errors now, and now I'm going to launch our next activity. So I'm going to navigate into another screen, so that screen will be auth screen. So I'm going to create that screen first. So just create a directory here, auth screens, and then inside this I am going to create one more dart file. So here auth page, import material.dart here, and then we will use stateful widget, and just write safe area. It allows spaces from notch of the devices. So inside this we will use scaffold. So we will get material widget properties here, and then it will accept body here, and then center, child, text, and inside text I am going to write this activity, write this page name. Okay, auth page, and we need to declare this inside route. So just open on page route, but before this we need to write the name of this page. So just duplicate this, and here auth screen, and then auth screen. Okay, and inside this on generated route create one more case and then use that variable name. So the variable name is auth screen. Okay, just paste this, and now here I am going to use auth page. Okay, so our route is also completed. Now I'm going to close this files, and here I'm going to create one more method, launch page. So just copy this and future void but before this we need to write underscore with the function, so this will be private. Okay, and just write navigator dot push name add underscore here also inside launch page. Okay, and we will use navigator dot push name. I'm going to use push name and push replacement named here, and then inside context we will use underscore, I think push name and remove until. Okay, and then here so here we need to pass context. Okay, so now I'm going to write page route dot page constants dot auth screen. Okay, and we will have to pass context. So here just remove this .html if you have in your code, and just remove this line, and then here navigator dot push name and here we will use page constants dot home screen auth screen. Okay, and here we need to pass context, so I'm going to pass context first. So firstly I'm going to call this splash view model inside splash screen. So here we will use final splash view model and then get, just import getx here. Okay, getx. Okay, and just remove unnecessary imports, this is not required. Okay, get dot put, and then here we need to mention the controller name. So our controller name is splash view model. Okay, and just copy this and then here splash view model, and then we can access all the method which is written inside this controller. So the method is check permission. So I'm not going to use this one in it. Okay, and just remove this underscore before this check permission, and then here just cut this. Okay, and now from here I'm going to call this method check permission method, and we will pass context here. So splash view model dot check permission, then you can see we have that method. Okay, and then pass context here. So now inside check permission we need to pass parameter build context and then context. Okay, and then you can see no errors now, and here we will pass this context. This context we will pass inside get current location method. Okay, and in the get current location method similarly we will use build context, and then we can use this context, and inside this context okay, and now we will use this context here. Okay, just pass this context inside launch page, and then inside launch page we will use build context and then context. So you can see we have context now. Okay, so all errors solved. So firstly I'm going to check this application user application whether it is working or not. So I'm going to attaching my device, but before this uh, we have missed something. Okay, so we need to call some methods here inside check permission when all permissions granted. Okay, because we have removed all the permissions which is written inside my notification, or we have removed one function here. Okay, so I am going to call all the methods. Okay, so just open this check permission method. Okay, which is written inside splash view model, and then I'm going to write call all the methods which is written inside my custom notifications. Okay, so my custom notifications is the class name, and then dot, then you will get all the methods. So I'm going to call one by one. There are three methods. Okay, now I am going to run this application. Just check this log. Okay, so you can see it is asking for permissions. So first permission is for photo record video, that is storage permission, and then the second permission is for location, and the third permission is storage permission, and the first permission was for camera permission. Okay, so I'm going to allow all the permissions. So you can see we have latitude and longitude of this device. Okay, latitude and longitude, and when we are getting this latitude and longitude, then it is navigated to auth page, which we have written in code. Okay, after all the permissions granted, we are fetching locations. Okay, and when we will get latitude and longitude, this latitude and longitude, then we are navigating to auth screen. So this is auth screen, so our code is working fine. Now I'm going to implement this same code inside driver app. Okay, so just copy this whole code of splash view model, control A, control C, just copy this whole codes, and now I'm going to close this application and open driver application. Okay, open Ubola driver application and just create one view model. Similarly, we will create one view model for splash screen. So splash view model, and then here I'm going to paste that code which we have copied from user application, user app code. Okay, and here inside pubsec.yml file, just add two dependencies, that is geocoding and one more dependencies are there, geocoder. Okay, sorry, geolocator. So just copy this geolocator from here and then paste here and then import this, and one more dependency will be getx. Okay, similarly like user application. Okay, so we have successfully imported this, and now I'm going to close this pubsec.yml file and then ignore this, and here just remove this all errors, and now I'm going to import this. But before this, I'm going to open this my custom notification file and then remove this. Okay, method request notification permission, then you will get one error inside splash screen, this error which is inside init state. So I'm going to remove this and just open splash view model, and here you will get all the errors. So I'm going to import this all, so just import one by one. Okay, and we need to create this utils class because we don't have this class. So I'm going to create this class, and inside this we will create future void my logs, and then here we will print logs. Okay, just close this utils file, and now I'm going to import that utils. So utils dot my logs, and then just import this all title, and allow permission text is not there, so I'm going to create allow permission text inside all titles. So just duplicate this, and now I'm going to write text. Please allow all the permissions to proceed. Okay, so you can see no errors now here, and we need to import this also, page constant. So page constant, and just create this auth screen also. So first I'm going to add one directory here, auth screen, similarly like user app, and then here create one dot file, auth screen, import material dot here, and then use stateful widget, and here we will use safe area, which will provide spaces from notch of the applications, and we will use scaffold here, and scaffold will accept body. So inside body I'm going to use center, and then child, and then inside child we will use text, and write screen name auth page. Firstly I'm going to create route, so just open page constant and then duplicate this home screen, and then just change to auth screen, and then auth screen, open on page route, on generated route, and then duplicate this case, and then change with auth screen, and just pass auth screen. Okay, I'm going to change this page name, okay, because I have used auth page in user app. So just use auth page, refactor this, and just change auth page here also, and now we are getting one more error. So auth page here, you can see now no errors. Okay, I'm going to close all the files, and one more thing left, we will have to call this splash view model inside splash screen with context. So just import getx. Firstly I'm going to remove this unused import, and then import get, then here we will use final splash view model, and then get dot put, and then here we need to pass splash view model, that is controller. Okay, splash view model, and then here just call this splash view model dot check permission. Inside check permission we will have to pass that context. So our code is completed. Now I'm going to check this application, driver application, whether it is working or not. So just I'm going to run this application so you can see. It is not asking for permission, so I'm going to delete this application and install this application again. Okay. This is not working because we didn't mention all the permission inside manifest file. Okay, so it is not working. So I'm going to open this Android folder, app, src, main, and then Android manifest file, and then you can see no permissions available now, only internet permission is there. So I'm going to write permissions. So course location permission, find location permission for permission location permission, and camera permission for camera. And if you will get this error, then you need to import add uses features tag, and similarly we will import two more permissions, read external storage, write external storage. Okay, and here request legacy external storage will be true inside application. And just I'm going to close this Android manifest file. Okay, and now I'm going to open this application, run this application again, and going to check this. Okay, now you can see permissions, check permission pop-up is appearing here. Okay, now I'm going to allow this. You can see this log. Okay, so this is the camera permission, just I'm going to allow this, and this is the location permission, again I'm going to allow this, and this is the storage permission, so just allow this. So you can see we have token and we will get latitude, longitude. Okay, so we have latitude and longitude, and after latitude, longitude, it is redirected to our page. So our code is working for both user and driver applications. So that's all for this video. If you like the video, then like, share and subscribe.